touch on F1 this weekend. And the fallout from last weekend is still apparently on some people's mind. In fact, there are rumors right now that some people are moving from one constructor to the other constructor. Maybe they should have fired some people. We'll touch on all of that and more in the locker room this morning. Before we do anything this morning, Zibby, tell us, how can we be part of the locker room?
All you need to do is, while you're listening, get your thoughts across to us via WhatsApp 0809 444 981. You can also tweet or X
Tweet.
at Smooth981. We're also streaming live on YouTube, so you can catch that live stream and you can post a comment on there as well. Smooth981 is the channel. Subscribe so you don't miss out.
Yeah.
And we can see your hair matching your top as well.
What can I do today?
This Tega, I'm sorry, but you're looking very Brazilian right now. I'm not liking this yellow after what happened yesterday. Yellow is yellow.
This is why
I
we
wear
lost.
glasses, they're all the
This
same.
is why we lost. Right? Because people are confusing yellow. Yellow card for the yellow Brazil. I don't know what take the stories one after the other.
All right, now Super Falcons lose by lone goal to Brazil in Olympics opener. Paris set for its first Olympics in 100 years. That is a whole century. Verstappen to stick to vocal style after Hungarian Grand Prix fallout. Bamati leads Spain to comeback win over Japan. US off to a solid start. Games organizers investigating pitch invasion chaos. New Zealand football seek urgent action from FIFA over drone incident. It will be fine when Fernandez returns, and this is according to Madueke. Hayes guides United States to large win over Zambia. Yes, you are in the locker room, brought to you by Visa.
All right, so all eyes on the Olympics and Visa giving you everything that you need to know. So Visa, as I've always told you from the start of this Olympics, that they are the exclusive payment technology partner of the Olympics. So I will be telling you more about all the benefits and all the gifts to using your Visa card. But first of all, let's look at that fight between Nigeria and Brazil.
Okay, now Super Falcons lost their 2024 Olympics opener against Brazil 1-0 after a tight affair at the Bordeaux Stadium in France yesterday.
Oh my goodness, should I cry? Should I laugh? Now, of all the teams in this group, this is the one. This was the one team I thought that Nigeria was going to get something against, and they could have. They just it was the problem wasn't that they were overwhelmed, is that there was just one or two tactical finesses that could have been joined to that. Do you understand? So the team just small. It's not like there was a gap. Like if you look at the Nigerian team and the Argentine, the Brazilian team, they were matched across all the pitch. The only difference is the scoreline. And those kind of things point to, one or two just lingering things that could have been tweaked. And mostly from Nigeria's midfield. And this is what I talk about, players that can run. Randy likes people that can run. If you can run, Randy likes you.
He likes sprinters.
He likes sprinters.
Sprint ballers.
But football is not just physical. And that's what he needs to understand. And yes, these girls are talented, but football is not just physical. Knuckle down, be running up and down. What are they looking for? Just has already died. There's no need for them to be costly. And so, if that midfield tweak, I felt that there was a little bit of inexperience there. And this may sound so bad, but maybe if we don't use and dump in Nigeria, we'll be better off. You look at the Brazilian team, even Mata was playing. Mata, that I thought that Mata, that should have retired. And her expertise was clear, was obvious when the Brazilians were going forward. Like she was creating chances. In fact, she scored the goal that was ruled as offside initially, but she was creating chances. If you see her crosses, I was just like, what is happening? As in, Mata was having a Ronaldinho moment yesterday. And that's what experience can get you. But Nigeria, once you're getting older, they'll be like, old cargo, come and be going.
Has Oname maybe been escorted off already?
Escorted off? It should be if yes, they escorted, they walked with you. She was thrown off.
Oh no.
But I mean, the defensive backs is one because they had a brief moment. So after they considered the goal as ruled as offside, there was still a little bit of disorganization. and then Brazil now scored their own goal. So yes, defense may have been the problem, but it was not defensive leadership that was there. It was just that the girls were a little feel disorganized from that. They didn't know whether to move on, how to move on, when to move on. As the match really started, and Brazil was like, referee has not blown whistle, so we're playing.
Oh, wow.
And it was a brilliant goal. So it's just that midfield experience, I think. Just a little bit of experience, when to hold the ball, when to pass the ball, when to slow down play. We're suffering under pressure from a Brazilian team that were not too far organized. So what will happen to us when we meet Japan and Spain? Do you understand? Those two teams have structure, and Spain is our next. It's a tough one. I'd say this was a match I expected. So I'm disappointed in the result because I expected Nigeria to at least get a result against Brazil. It gets only tougher from here. Yesterday, Spain had to come from behind to win that match against
Japan?
against Japan. Japan scored an early goal. If you saw that free kick, my goodness. They blue-tooted the free kick into the back of the net. So that's all I can tell you, that the free kick was Bluetooth connection. But ultimately Spain was able to overcome Japan and win that. So it's going to be tough for Nigeria here now. Japan has already lost one match, and they will know to lose another or draw another. So let's see how the girls progress from here.
All right, so let us know your thoughts. 0809 444 981. Games wide open, and that is the motive for this year's Paris Olympics. Officially begins today with the opening ceremony.
Yes, so the Paris Olympics. I've been asking. Olympics has already said we did the opening ceremony. Calm down. Sometimes because of all the games that need to happen, and all the timing, some sports will start before the opening ceremony, days before the opening ceremony. So football has started, rugby has started, handball has started. All these things that are going to take time to the end of the tournament. I mean, tournament finishes in August 11th. They don't play group stages now. When will they play group stage? So it's an interesting task for the organizers of the Olympics. First of all the drama that has been happening in the Olympics. Did you hear of the incident, the tourist, the Australian woman that went to complain that she was raped? Oh, this drama. And then they fought two of them. It was 5 guys. They fought 2 of them, and they had to mention that they were of African descent. So I was just like, cut it, Jane.
How would they just be 5 men? 5 men, 5 rapists.
So 2 of them, they've also caught an attempted bombing, field bombing. So there's a lot of drama already going on in France.
I'm sure the descent of that all was not mentioned.
I think the religion has been unveiled.
Oh wow.
So let's see how it goes. But it's been interesting. The good news is that the security has been top notch because there's an event going on. So think about it. See the swift action they've been taking. Normally, how people say, I lost my bag at Eiffel Tower. They never find that bag. But this one, they've been catching them very swiftly because, it's the Olympics.
Right.
They're putting France on the world stage. And so you have to put them on the world stage for all the right things. So let's see how it turns out. But I expect an interesting opening ceremony. I just want to see how they're going to take all the cultural display, all the cultural inclusions, and to share food. Cuisine is part of their culture now.
No, Tega.
They should do something. They should do something different. They should try for us. Let's see what happens. Let's see what they display on this evening and find out how interesting it will be. But speaking about the Olympics, let's talk about their technology partners visa. So all eyes the Olympics and the Olympics opening ceremony. So watch your favorite athletes compete at the Olympics at home or abroad, proudly supported by Visa, the exclusive payment partner of the Olympics. Now, at each edition of the Olympics and Paralympic Games, Visa provides they provide the technological advantage payment systems available, including contactless enabled services and new payment innovations. Now, in addition to providing payment services, Visa has developed a tradition of programs that have celebrated and supported more than 500 Olympic and Paralympic athletes throughout Team Visa since it started in the year 2000. So they provide the tools, the resources that all these athletes need to be successful, both on and off the pitch. And from Nigeria, they have chosen two athletes, Toby Amuson, the world record holder in 100 meters hurdles, and Goodnews Nwachukwu, the gold medalist and world record holder in discus. So I just wanted to mention as technology partners, they're doing a great job. All right, let's take El Kaderuba's message. Yeah.
All right, LK says, sorry, LK, we're giving you a virtual hug from here.
Do.
LK says, just heard our Falcons lost. I'm in tears. That was the game we could have gotten something. Well, let's keep our chins up and push the girls. Oladokun says, Tega, volume, don't off your mic. Like, you know who. Okay. And let's go on to YouTube. I beg your pardon. Let's go on to WhatsApp. Ibukun from Ketu says, that Randy guy left Agbabola on the bench throughout the match. Tega, why is male football age graded and others are not? Abi, is there another age grade competition?
What do you mean? Others are not. What do you mean others? How many
others?
Others?
Exactly. Well, there might be a new category soon for the ones who are not too sure. And yeah, but let's read this message. Yeah. Emmanuel from Surulere says, please, hashtag the locker room. Why was Oshola not in this Olympics? Was she on the pitch?
No, he said why she's not.
Okay.
She's at the Olympics. She was just not on the pitch. For money reasons. That's what they said. I don't know what you want me to say.
Okay, Randy, we hear you. You're still listening to The Locker Room on Smooth 98.1. Stay with us. There is more to come on the show. Don't forget, we're streaming live on YouTube, Smooth 981. You can send your thoughts across via WhatsApp, 0809 440 981. You can see Tega do her semi-victory dance. I don't know what she's celebrating right now, but who knows? What if we actually go ahead and surprise Spain? It's possible.
I'm here for that.
Yeah. Okay, stay with us. More on the other side. That's not happening, is it?
You know they can hear your YouTube.
I'm sorry, you. I'm sorry, Falcon. Like, I was so sad when I was just like, oh gosh, come on now. I actually thought, because when I saw, I actually thought it was 2 goals. Because I gave up.
Thank God you can't hear me. The things that we are saying.
Let's not be busted.
It has overridden it. They have to redo. They have to bring it back.
You're in the locker room on Smooth 98.1. Tega and Zibby. Sports. Action. I don't know why I'm saying these things 3 times. But, you know.
Maybe you're hoping for 3 goals.
Maybe. Oh, wow. Okay.
Let's go to the next one.
All right. Just to remind you, though, we're streaming live on YouTube, Smooth 981. You can also send your messages via WhatsApp, 0809 440 981 onto the court.
And anything that they say on YouTube stays on YouTube.
Yes. Max Verstappen declined to apologize for his language and stood his ground on Thursday when questioned about his rather aggressive behavior at last weekend's Hungarian Grand Prix.
All right, so it's a crazy one. I think so. First of all, Lando Norris came out before we get to the bad company corrupts good manners. Let's start with Lando Norris. So Lando Norris came out to say that he's really sorry that he let the radio back and forth that he had to overshadow Oscar Piastri's win. That's not a good thing for the team. So he's apologizing. He knows that he needs the team to win. Verstappen, on the other hand, at this point, doesn't seem to care. Maybe because he already has world championships and a fast car. But so they got to his turn. They're like, okay, now that you've had a week to reflect and maybe he's spoken to the team after that, and there was a debrief. What do you want to say about your behavior last weekend? He was like, I'm not apologizing for anything. What's wrong with you, boo? I am not saying sorry. I've told you what I want to say, and I'm not saying anything more. Ha, uncle. So there are rumors already around the part of that after the last weekend's fallout that he may be moving to Mercedes. Now, let me tell you the backstory. Remember what happened at the start of the season with Christian Horner and the inappropriate emails, yes, text messages, whichever one it was. So some people wanted him to go, some people didn't want him to go. At the end of the day, the designer was one that said, you know what, I'm not going to work with Red Bull again, I'm done. Ever since that guy said, I am done, they have struggled to win races. So everything just seems to be falling apart. Because at first, Christian Horner was feeling like the one that was making things happen. You will know whether you're the one making things happen. The fact that you are CEO and at the end of the day, the victory will stop at your desk. It doesn't mean you can disrespect the IT staff because they can just shut down your website and go. Pull the plug and go. So it's a tough one for Red Bull, but let's see how they bounce back this weekend. It's a good circuit for them. They fared well in the past few years at this circuit, so maybe it could just be the magic that they need to get back on track.
All right, now let's move on to some more footy. Spain's Aitana Bonmati scored 1 goal and created another to earn the world champions a 2-1 comeback win over Japan, while the US cruised to a 3-0 win over Zambia on the first day of the Olympics women's football competition yesterday.
That US man But you know what? And they kind of cruised through the second half. In fact, they gave Zambia the opportunity. They're like, Zambia, do something.
Wake up.
Just come and score goals. So that's how good the US can be. And to make it better for them. So they had a bad World Cup. And they're trying to bounce back for the World Cup. So the girls are determined. Not only are the girls determined, they now get Emma Hayes, who is one of the best coaches, right, for women's football in the world. One of the best, if not the best. And so she left Chelsea and she's now joined the US team. So it's going to be a tough one. I've looked at the teams so far from the teams that have played, and Spain and US still standing out for me.
Wow.
So those are the teams to beat. Let's see how they fare. But yeah, it was not a good day for African contingent in women's football. Yes, it wasn't a good day at all. Nigeria so far the narrow defeat. Zambia was like, why narrow?
Let's go all the way.
Why narrow? When you can't suffer more.
Oh wow. Well, let's still on more Olympics. Paris Olympic organizers are looking into what led to a pitch invasion during the opening match of the Olympic soccer tournament between Argentina and Morocco.
Regardless of what they find, it will not change the result. Morocco beat Argentina. So let me tell you the story. So we are watching the match. Morocco is leading by 2-0, and Argentina gets 1 goal. And then the referee adds 15 minutes added time. I was like, wait, what happened on this pitch? I didn't see. Because I understand 7 minutes. Because after a particular point in time, the Moroccans start strolling. It's game management.
Right.
It's not polite. It's not in good spirit of sportsmanship, but it's part of sports. So, but to add 15 minutes, now, inside that 15 minutes, the Moroccans were like, 10 minutes, this is what us to play to tomorrow. We'll be rolling on this. So the referee added more time on top of the time.
On top of the 15?
Yes. So at the 15 minutes elapsed, and then Argentina scores the equalizer in the 16th minute of added time. And so I celebrated. I was like, because they forced that ball over the line. They had 3 chances. The goalkeeper saved one, the bar saved the other one, and then the last somebody eventually just forced the ball into the back of the net. So of course, everywhere went wild. And then we started watching another match.
Wow.
On the same channel. Yes, because they had exceeded time. So we started watching next match. Everybody has put score line. Full time Argentina 2, Morocco 2. Actually, 2 hours later, I heard somebody say full time Morocco 2, Argentina 1. I was like, okay, I want this match to the end. It was 2-2. Turns out that after the goal was scored and the match will end, even if everybody else thought that ended, the referee did not blow his final whistle. He could have, but he didn't. What happened was the Moroccans started throwing things on the pitch because they were angry. They're like, wait, first of all, where did you get 15 minutes from? Now, Argentina has equalized. So they decided to throw things on the pitch. And then they started throwing things on the pitch and at the Argentine players that were celebrating. So the players now went to take cover. That's how the referee now shepherded them off the pitch. The Moroccans now invaded the pitch.
And this is Paris, so it's like their neighborhood.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a home game.
If you saw the way they took over the stadium, at first I thought it was locals. Then one Moroccan got in touch with me and said, no, we have all Moroccans. We're not French. Because I thought it was the French support against Argentina.
Yeah.
But it turns out they're Moroccans. They now invaded the pitch. And so the match was suspended. Now, usually suspended for 2 hours.
Wow.
And then when they came back, of course, they had to review the goal. They found out the goal was offside. They played 3 minutes and the match ended. So everybody's angry. Argentina is angry because on the normal day, we're not even supposed to come out again. And if we're not supposed to come out, they invaded the pitch. So the points should be given to us. There's all that drama. They do that. I mean, they did it but which the Oriental Derby, where they gave somebody a penalty, then the fans invaded the pitch. And MPFL was like, okay, you want to invade pitch, Abby? All right. The match was suspended. We are not replaying the match. The points, 3 points and 3 goals will be given to the
Wow.
team. Yeah, because we are the one that stopped the match.
Wow.
So it happens like that in football. But Olympics now want that. They're like, let's play the match fully. We have time. The stadium is ours. Anyway, so they're investigating. FIFA is investigating. At the end of the day, I'm sure they'll be fine.
It's the strangest thing I've ever heard.
This one I've not seen. I've seen them suspend the match because somebody collapsed on the pitch.
Right.
And then go to play the next 15 minutes another day. I've seen that happen. But there was a pitch invasion and they now went to play the match another day. Say that they will collect all 3 points from you.
So please, at the end of this, Morocco has their win upheld.
Of course, that's a win. I say it will not change the result. It will not. They can only suspend the Moroccan fans from entering the stadium, or they can only fine the Moroccan Federation. But the result, they have taken it officially.
Interesting times. Okay. New Zealand football CEO Andrew Pragnell called on FIFA to take urgent action over a spine scandal involving Olympic champions Canada at the Paris Games, and he said failure to do so could tarnish the sporting integrity of the entire tournament. It hasn't even officially started.
Reports that Canada was sent a drone to their training. I mean, I don't even know what they're spying on New Zealand for. I don't know what. So they sent a drone. Anyway, Canada said, no, which drone? We didn't send any drone. And after investigation found out that they really sent a drone.
Oh my
goodness. They suspended the 2. They now sent home the 2 people in charge. Yes, one of the assistant coaches and the guy in charge of the video review or something. Only for them to find out, yes, after shouting that we will suspend the guys and we're not cheats, we don't cheat, yada, yada, yada. Anyway, more investigation found out that this is not the first time that they're spying on their opponents.
Oh, wow.
Apparently, they've been sending drones to some of their other opponents, prior even to the Olympics. So it's not today that they started the team. So they've sacked their coach now. So the assistant coach that is going to carry the rest of the tournament.
Well, seriously, where is the integrity?
So even if the Canadian Federation are taking action now, FIFA still has to step in.
Wow.
The drama is plenty. Like Olympic football is already giving us all the hot gist.
Okay. Well, Noni Madueke says everything's going to be fine when Enzo Fernandez returns to Chelsea squad despite ongoing disciplinary proceedings concerning alleged racism. Is this one of those times you can do
Pajapil, you can be bragging for nothing. At least my agenda made it to the Olympics. Your agenda did it. So let me just read the message. Private Prayer says, at least Tega's gender lost. Just love for the other agenda. I agree for you.
Oh wow.
We made it to the Olympics, you didn't. So this is in response to or with response to the video that went around about Enzo Fernandez not just chanting but also posting the video in pride on his social media. And then you know that there are several players on the Chelsea team that upset and they'll follow they did this, they did that. But only Maduke is going to say that, you know, if Enzo Fernandez comes back, everything will be all well and fine. I'm sure he has made several phone calls. You know, they've all spoken with each other, they've all apologized, and they're a team at the end of the day, so they have to find a way to work it out. So let's see how the players really react when they meet face to face. It can be tough. It can be tough, but I'm sure they would have talked it out by now. That's why he's able to come out and say this, you know, in response to that.
All right. Well, the United States, managed by former Chelsea boss Emma Hayes, began their women's Olympic football campaign with an emphatic 3-0 win over Zambia.
That was a horrible something. Tough one for Zambia. Tough one. Let me tell you why what I was surprised about. It wasn't that they were beaten, is that they didn't match the Olympians, because the Zambians, they like to use their physical strength and their athleticism to face their opponents. They didn't show much of that until America took their foot off the pedal. So I think that was the one that was disappointing. I don't like when teams come on the pitch and they start respecting the name of the other people. Don't do that. I understand you don't want to, but at the end of the day, they were drinking in goals. They might as well come out and play. Might as well come out and play. And I think that for me was the biggest disappointment. Don't respect names. Just get on the pitch and do your work. Who knows? It is the team that is best on the day that wins, not the team that is best all the time. So go out there, give it your best shot, and let's see how it works. On that note, we've run out of time, so let's take messages. Let's start with Gerard. Gerard had this message.
Okay.
He was talking about the friendly matches. Sorry, it's friend for basketball is games, it's not match. For football, it's match. Tennis match. Basketball is game. So yeah, for the friendly basketball games that we played, we didn't win. Sorry. I don't know what else to tell you. The girls didn't win.
Okay, let's see. Tayo, do you want to read this?
So she's asking when the combat sports events. I will get back to you on when those ones will start.
But I'm still looking forward to the opening ceremony. I think it's one of the most beautiful parts about it.
Yeah, for me, that's what I'm looking for this evening. And if they don't share food, I'll be disappointed.
That's why I can get it. Challenge that football antics. Look at how old my Martha was bossing the midfield. Olympics hasn't started and it's giving BBN vibes. Anyways, as the Olympics formally commences, I specifically wish the 7 athletes and 67 officials from Zimbabwe a successful outing. French immigration officers, we commit them into your hands for constant monitoring because the number will reduce coming back.
Yeah, well, I don't think the athletes number, they will come back home now. They have to come back home.
They won't be like their brothers from Ghana, who were not even real athletes.
No, you understand.
Ayorinde says, does this not remind us about Atlanta 96? We lost to Brazil in our opening match 1-0, but we went on to win the tournament. Can lightning strike again? We still hope on go, Super Eagles. Tega, what's happening to your gender?
We are the Olympics. We are the Olympics. I don't know. I can't see you from Paris. And when I come back to Nigeria, ask me this question.
Your wife from Oniri says that Aitana Bamati babe is so good.
I'm telling you, she was going to score the equalizer for Spain.
And we're going to face her.
Yeah, we're going to face her. Okay.
Let's see. Mohammed says Tega na so FIFA use Ojoro with referee to make Messi win World Cup.
So
over to 15 minutes for what? Emma Hayes will still lose to Spain like she lost back-to-back to Barcelona in the Champions League final.
So,
all right. Tega already responded. She's at the Olympics, Oshoala. She was just not on the pitch. She was on the bench.
She's at the Olympics, so...
maybe we'll see. Do you think we'll see her? against Spain?
Let's talk to. We'll wait for Randy. You know, Randy doesn't talk to the Nigerian media. He's like when he talks to Nigerian media, they write other stories. So we'll see.
All right, we shall see.
On that
Tega?
note, thank you for sending your messages to YouTube, sending your messages to WhatsApp, and tuning into Smooth 98.1 FM and looking at my hair and looking at my well-toned muscles. Till I come your way again on Monday. It's bye from me.
And that is it for the locker room, brought to you by Visa. Stay with us. More to come on the Smooth Breakfast. Tega, you're not serious.
I laugh.